Morning, Peter Hargreaves with the AWN market update for this week. More rain again here in the central western plains with some good storms floating around. We had 25 to 50 mils in the district on Wednesday night. Only very narrow, but it was still about. A lot of people are spraying for the second and third time, getting ready for the planting some winter crop. A few storms overnight around east of Warren was about up to 80 mils, so it's all getting sort of fairly wet, which is great. Yesterday in Dubbo, where we saw a reduced yarding, and the market was still strong, even though it was easing in some of the processing prices, but it was still very good. And once again, the restocker market was strong and quoted to be dearer. Into Wagga yesterday, where they had an increased yarding of sheep and lambs due to some seasonal conditions, and people sort of offloading lambs to get ready for their winter cropping and spraying paddocks out. Where that market was still strong, but processors are just getting a little bit picky on size and shape and length of skin. So anything that's sort of probably a bit dry, sale yards may not be the option for you at this stage unless you put them across the board. And we all know how hard that is to get some shearers. Onto the store stock side of the market this week. It's still bounding along leaps and bounds with the young ewes on the box making very good money. Scandin lamb ewes, older ewes sort of making that early 200s to that mid to late $200, with some of your better quality ewes and younger ewes scanned up over the $300. Sorry. When we saw some Aussie white ewes around Cooler, I think they were making closer to $400 to $500, which is a big hit for some unjoined young ewes. The weather market, we had some weathers on the box there yesterday. 40 kilos out of Brewarrina, unshorn. A September-October drop. They were pretty handy. That was a lead draft out of 950, so B double. And they came back at $146, which is pretty good on farm. And we've been selling a few gates, which seems to be the flavour of the month at the minute. I think we got up to 130 odd for 135 for some young billies this week, and they're all going into a restocking job to put a bit of weight on for the processors. So it's all very interesting. Next week we'll have a line of just two decks of mixed age ewes, July shorn, scanned multiples and singles. Back to the Bundilla Merino rams on Tuesday. They'll go up in the sheep sale. They're just north of Nyngan, and they're sort of I think they're reserved. I think they're priced pretty right. But anyway, you have a look at those on the box on Tuesday. Also, still sort of looking for a few paddocks for adjustment for sheep mainly, or even a long-term lease if it's available. So if anybody's got anything that they any feed or leaks or whatever they might be considering, they might just give me a call and see how we go from there. Also, just a bit of a reminder for the Royal Easter Show, which was being held this year from being cancelled from last year. With the Young Auctioneers competition, we've got two people competing in that competition this year. The dinner's on the 31st of March, and I reckon the competition will be on the 1st of April. So we've got Tom Davis out of Wangaratta and Cooper Burns out of Parks Forbes, representing AWN for the first time. So that'll be fantastic at the Nationals. So wishing those two fellas all the very best, and the experience will do them a world of good.